Hello students. Welcome to School Life YouTube channel. Today's topic is explain the causes and consequences of the Cold War. So without wasting time, let's quickly start the video and learn. The Cold War causes and consequences. The Cold War was a decades-long ideological, military, and economic rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union that lasted from the end of World War II in 1945 to the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. This conflict had far-reaching consequences, shaping international relations, global politics, and the lives of millions of people. Causes of the Cold War. 1. Ideological differences. The United States and the Soviet Union had fundamentally different ideologies, with the United States promoting capitalism and democracy, while the Soviet Union advocated for communism and a centralized economy. 2. Post-war power vacuum. The end of World War II created a power vacuum in Europe and Asia, which both superpowers sought to fill with their own influence and dominance. 3. Soviet expansionism. The Soviet Union's expansion into Eastern Europe and its establishment of communist government in the region sparked concerns in the West. 4. Marshall Plan and economic aid. The United States Marshall Plan, which provided economic aid to war-torn Europe, was seen as an attempt to undermine Soviet influence in the region. Consequences of the Cold War. 1. Division of Europe. The Cold War led to the division of Europe into Eastern and Western blocs, with the Soviet Union dominating the East and the United States influencing the West. 2. Arms race and nuclear proliferation. The Cold War sparked an arms race, with both superpowers developing and stockpiling nuclear weapons, leading to a heightened risk of nuclear war. 3. Proxy wars and conflicts. The Cold War led to numerous proxy wars and conflicts, including the Korean War, Vietnam War, and various conflicts in Africa and Latin America. 4. Espionage and surveillance. The Cold War saw an increase in espionage and surveillance activities, with both sides engaging in covert operations and intelligence gathering. 5. Economic costs. The Cold War imposed significant economic costs on both superpowers, diverting resources away from domestic priorities and towards military spending. Key events of the Cold War. 1. Berlin blockade and airlift. 1948 to 1949. The Soviet Union's blockade of West Berlin led to a massive airlift by the United States and its allies. 2. Cuban Missile Crisis 1962. The Soviet Union's deployment of nuclear missiles in Cuba brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. 3. Soviet invasion of Afghanistan 1979. The Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan sparked a long and bloody conflict. 4. Collapse of the Soviet Union 1991. The Soviet Union's collapse marked the end of the Cold War. Legacy of the Cold War. 1. New World Order. The end of the Cold War led to a new world order, with the United States emerging as the sole superpower. 2. Globalization and international relations. The Cold War's end paved the way for increased globalization and cooperation on international issues. 3. Continued conflicts. The Cold War's legacy continues to shape global conflicts, with many regions still grappling with the consequences of the rivalry. The Cold War was a complex and multifaceted conflict that shaped the world for decades. Its causes and consequences continue to influence international relations, global politics, and the lives of people around the world.